the new food stamp rules pertaining to the SNAP program that have gone into effect as of November, as millions of people are already being impacted, and honestly, millions of people are going to get kicked off. I want to explain all the details for you here in this video, as I've had a lot of questions rolling in down below in the comment section recently on separate videos. I'm going to explain it in great detail for you here in this video, and as always, drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. If you want me to come back and elaborate this further in a separate video or in a dedicated live stream, I have no problem doing that whatsoever. And I also do have this right here, this bit of information that will pop up on the screen in just a minute, so you can see and read for yourself exactly what the details are. As I explain it and as I talk through the details, I'm going to put this on the screen so you can see it for yourself as well, just to have a visual of all this information. I totally get it. It's very confusing. A lot of people are very worried about their SNAP benefit, food stamp benefit, the money being deposited onto the EBT cards. I totally recognize this is a very uncertain time. A lot of people are very, very worried about this. If I can help you in any way that I possibly can through this video to better understand this and understand who needs to fulfill this and who is exempt and also who does not need to worry about this, I want to spend that time with you here in this video and explain it. So again, I'm going to pop this up in just a second. We'll explain all the details about this. Now, as always, I just do want to preface this by saying everything I'm talking about here in this video pertains to the food stamp program, SNAP benefits, supplemental nutrition assistance program. And the reason I want to say that is because I talk about Social Security and all the benefits administered by Social Security virtually every single day here on the channel as well. I just want to make that very clear. We're talking about food stamps, SNAP benefits in this video. All right, anyway. Let's pop this up right here on the screen. Let's keep this up for a while and feel free to look at this. This is just a screenshot. I actually have a second screenshot, which I'm going to put up in just a second as well. Screenshot, so we'll just keep it up on the screen here for a minute. Okay, so starting in November, there's the new rules that have gone into effect, okay? You need to understand what these rules are. There's a lot of people out there that are exempt from this, meaning you don't need to do it, okay? But there's also a lot of people that are not exempt, meaning they must fulfill the work requirement. Otherwise, they will be losing their benefit / literally kicked off of the program, okay? Anyway, let me help to understand this because I totally get it. It's very confusing. All right, so anyway, as of November, they changed the age range for the work requirement. There's actually two major points here that I want to hit on, which is number one, the age range. The new age range is now 18 to 64, okay? So 18 through the age of 64 need to fulfill the work requirement if the individual is able-bodied, okay? What do I mean by that? Somebody who is able-bodied is somebody who is absent of a disability, or basically the other exemptions would be like somebody who is pregnant, something like this, okay? So my point with that I really want to hit on, and a question that I've received literally hundreds of times over the last several days is this. People reaching out down below in the comment section saying, I have a disability, and again, doesn't matter the disability, if somebody has a disability, do they need to fulfill the work requirement? The simple answer is no, absolutely not, okay? So as you can see here in the screenshot, it says one of the exemptions would be pregnant, and the next one behind that is medically unfit, okay? That could be mentally unfit or physically unfit, okay? That's just basically what they're saying here in this definition, okay? So this is just a summary that I pulled off of Google, and I found it to be very easy to understand, which is why I'm putting it on the screen for you, okay? So what they mean by medically unfit is literally mental or physical disability, okay? If somebody has either of these, the person is exempt from fulfilling the work requirement, okay? Disability regardless of age. You could be 18, you could be 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, doesn't matter, 78. It does not matter. Any age range. If somebody has a disability, whether they fall between the ages of 18 through 64 or above, it does not matter. Disability means exempt from the work requirement, okay? I really wanted to spend some time with that one right off from the start because that is a very, very, very common question that I get, and I just wanted to help that one just right at the beginning here to understand that, okay? Now, there's also other exemptions as well, as you saw there in the screenshot. But anyway, I have the two screenshots, like I said. Let's put up the second screenshot, okay, if it's not there already. But anyway, the other screenshot, let's talk about this one for a minute, which is the new definition of a dependent, which, by the way, in just a second here, I will come back to that whole age range there in just a minute. So we'll talk about that more in greater detail in just a second, but let's talk about the new definition of a dependent as well. Okay, so prior to the other rule, prior to the new rule going into effect, I should say, the previous definition of a dependent was anybody basically under the age of 18 was considered a dependent. That's no longer considered a dependent anymore according to the new SNAP rules. The new SNAP rules suggest that a dependent is anybody who is aged 13 and under is a dependent. 14 and above is no longer considered a dependent for the new rules for the SNAP program, okay? That's a major discrepancy right there. I mean, that's a huge difference. 14 and above is no longer considered a dependent. So, examples would be this. Let me just throw out a couple of really fast examples here. And again, fill in the ages here with anything essentially. But again, I'm just going to give you a couple of really fast examples. Let's just say that somebody is 32 and they have a 14-year-old dependent. Okay, again, I'm just making up ages here just to give an example. Somebody who is 32, they have a 14-year-old dependent. The old rule stated that person would have been exempt from the work requirement. Not anymore. The new rule suggests the 32-year-old, provided they are able-bodied, because they have that 14-year-old dependent, that dependent, well, it's actually technically not a dependent anymore. I mean, technically it really is the 14-year-old, but according to the SNAP definition, that individual is no longer considered a dependent with the new rule. Does that make sense? Okay. So now let's say this. Let's just say, going back to our example here, let's just say that the 32-year-old parent has the 14-year-old dependent. They're not exempt because of the dependent anymore, but let's just say that the 32-year-old parent has a disability, exempt because of the disability, okay? So there's multiple different ways that somebody could be exempt from the work requirement for the food stamp, the SNAP program, okay? Now, let me give you a couple other examples. Let's just say that somebody is, I'm just going to make up some numbers here, okay? Just making up ages here for example purposes. Let's just say that somebody is 36 and they have a 13-year-old dependent. Okay, guess what? If that 36-year-old is able-bodied and they have a 13-year-old dependent, they are exempt from the work requirement simply off of the age of the dependent being 13. That's the cutoff. Next year, not going to be exempt anymore in that situation, okay? I'm just saying. So these are just a couple examples here. Now, another example that I'm going to throw out really fast is one that I've seen multiple times, which is, I'm 62, I have a disability. Do I need to work? No, you have a disability, you're exempt, okay? Medically unfit is what the definition that they had in that first screenshot that I popped up for you, okay? So medically unfit, in other words, means a disability would make that person exempt, okay? Another question that I get is, I'm 65, I don't have a disability, I'm just 65, do I need to do it? No. It's 18 through 64, essentially under the age of 65 is what this pertains to. So 65, you just barely made the cutoff. You're good, okay? You don't need to because you made the cutoff. Now, again, other questions being, I'm 68. Again, disability or no disability, doesn't matter. The age is above the age range in which somebody would need to fulfill it. You're fine, okay? So basically, let's think of it this way. If you're on food stamps, SNAP benefits, and you are 65 or over, you're fine. Nothing. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. You're fine. Okay? 65 and above, you're good. No work requirement, no dependent definition, nothing pertains to you. Does not matter. You're fine. 65 and above, you are 100% fine. You don't have to worry about this whatsoever at all. If you're 65 or under and receiving food stamps, SNAP benefits, then you got to wonder, number one, do you have a disability? Okay? If you do, you're fine. You're exempt. Okay? If you are pregnant, again, you're exempt. You're fine. Okay? If you have a dependent, 13 or under, disability or no disability, again, you're fine. You're exempt. Okay? That's what that comes down to. Now, you might be wondering, what are the work requirements? Well, it's 80 hours per month or 20 hours per week is what it comes down to as far as these new requirements, okay? And again, this could be spread across a variety of definitions. One being just straight up working 9 to 5 or whatever it happens to be, right? Just literally working hourly, salary job, it does not matter, just literally working. Some other qualifications would be like education training, skill training, or even volunteering. That also qualifies as well. But best practices that I always like to say is connect with your local office. If you fall into the category of you're between the age ranges of 18 through 64, you are able-bodied, in other words, you do not have a disability, and if you do not have a qualifying dependent making you exempt from the work requirement, the best thing I would say, connect with your local office and just ask them for further clarification on your exact situation, because they have all the data on you specifically, okay? And again, all this information here is accurate, but I'm just saying, since your local office has all the information about you and your personal situation, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing to just connect with them and be like, hey, I'm 38, I'm 42, I'm 56, I'm 64, whatever it happens to be. Here's my situation. Do I need to fulfill the new work requirement? And just get that information from them as well. But this explains it pretty well, okay? And again, I really want to hammer this and just really want to reiterate this, which is, if you have a disability, regardless of your age, you are exempt. And again, I really wanted to hammer that because that is a question that I get so many times. Does not matter your age. Disability says nada. Don't need to do it, okay? That's that. The other dependent part, I do get some questions about that, not nearly as many as the disabled question. But yes, think of it this way. If you have a dependent and that child is 13 or under, you're exempt, okay? But if it's 14 or above, you're no longer exempt. But even, here's another question that I recently received as well, which is, somebody reached out and said, I have a 10-year-old and I have a 14-year-old. What do I do? Well, by the definition, you'd be exempt because of the 10-year-old. 14-year-old no longer exempts you from the work requirement. The 10-year-old in this example does, okay? So anyway, that's that. Now, another big question that I get as well is this. I'm 65, I'm 66, I'm 69, I'm 72, I'm 76, anything like that. Do I need to do it? No. Why? Your age, again, 65 or above, you do not need to do it whatsoever, okay? 65 and above, just think of it this way. If you're 65 or over, you're fine. Nothing. You don't have to do anything about that, okay? I hope these screenshots and the explanation help you a little bit. If you want me to jump on a dedicated video or a dedicated live stream, let me know down below. I have no problem doing that. I'd be happy to do that. I'd literally just come back, answer your questions in real time, and probably just explain literally the exact same thing that I just did, but maybe it would help in real time and in person. I mean, in a live stream. If so, let me know. I can certainly do that. No problem whatsoever. I'm here to help you in any way that I possibly can. By the way, if you have not done so, if you're new, please make sure to subscribe. 100% free. Big subscribe button right down below the video. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. Remember, I am here on your team. I'm here to help you understand this. I'm here to help you in any way that I possibly can understand all the new rules, the new nuances, any parameters, any programs, anything out there you can possibly grab or take advantage of. I'm here on your team, okay? Here to help you in any way that I can. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Again, please subscribe, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Otherwise, again, share this video. There's a lot of people out there that are wondering for specific details on this and trying to avoid getting kicked off the program, right? There's a lot of people that are very scared about that. And as I said at the beginning of the video, millions of people are going to be losing benefits / kicked off of the program because of these new rules, okay? You gotta understand what the rules are if you want to continue to get these benefits. I'm here to help you. Please share this video, big share button down below, subscribe, big subscribe button down below. Otherwise, stay tuned. I will continue to keep you updated as we get more information with the current situation that is playing out right now. I will continue to keep you updated. Again, thank you so much for being part of this community. I hope this helps you. Drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy, have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon in the next video. I'll see you again later.